Hey guys, we're in the town of Darby, Montana, which is about the coolest town, small town I think we've ever been in. About the coolest town, small town I think we've ever been in. In fact, they filmed this series Yellowstone here. We've never actually watched the series, but it is. Yeah, we're gonna watch it after this. This is probably it's just a cool town. Everything is cowboy western, mountains, rivers, just awesome, really cool people. We went to a saloon. Such a good vibe in this town. This is such a cool place. If you ever get a chance to stop in or even maybe look for that retirement home, this is an awesome place, Darby, Montana. So as if Darby couldn't get any better, this is like 5 miles north of town of Darby, Montana.
Yeah, I looked up the city pool and it came up with the Como Lake swimming area instead. This is so much better.
Yeah. Montana's really starting to sell us on everything it has. Hey guys, so we packed up early this morning. We're not used to doing like campground type camping, and that was kind of crazy for us. So we packed up early, drove down the lakeshore a little bit, and we found this little, you can see like a secluded cove here where nobody else is. It's pretty amazing. We got to get some sun rays this morning, and then I got in and got to take a little bit of morning swim, which is pretty awesome. This is why we love kind of going off the beaten path and finding these little hidden places that nobody else is. It's pretty cool, and it's very exciting. It's just, this is how we like to travel.
So we're wrapping up our time in Montana, and we noticed that, how Idaho is getting very populated and a lot of people are flooding to different areas of Idaho. Montana is not as overpopulated yet, so there's some really nice little quaint towns still there.
Yeah, but it's funny because as we say this, so Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, where we were at one point, was the #1 emerging market according to the Wall Street Journal and Realtor.com. But then while we've been here in Montana, actually Billings, Montana overtook Coeur d'Alene as the #1 emerging place to live. So I think we're constantly seeing this trend, and we talked about it almost a year ago or a while back in a video, but we're really seeing this, and we're hearing this trend from a lot of people who lived in a city, their job is now remote, and rather than staying in a city, they're choosing to sell their house in the city and move to smaller towns, or just towns like Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, which is a decent sized town, Billings, Bozeman, a lot of those places. So you're definitely seeing this trend of people that can continue to work remotely, and a lot of companies are saying that they're seeing the benefit of not having to rent office space for people or have all that overhead, and so they're just saying, we like it better if you're remote, and those people are choosing to kind of leave the cities and move to the smaller towns. So I think that's what you're seeing is a very, especially we saw it in Idaho, a lot of the West Coast moving to, beautiful places where you've got, lakes and skiing and everything, and great. But we definitely kind of, I don't know, it felt to me like we had a little bit more affinity, maybe liked a little bit more in Montana. I know there's some towns, right, you really liked, yeah.
I don't know, maybe it's because we're from small town originally in North Dakota, so yeah, the small towns really tugs at my heartstrings, and specifically Darby. It was just like a quaint little kind of cowboy town, and I enjoyed it so much there.
And they're filming the series Yellowstone there right now, so it's kind of cool to have that. Yep.
So yeah, we fell in love with that little town. We looked for water. Of course, we found the most beautiful lake there, and there's the mountains, and the town itself is just so sweet, including that huge candy store. How cool is that?
Yeah, I think that's the idea. I mean, obviously everybody's a little bit different, but we've lived in the city and an urban environment for so many years now, and we're just looking for something a little bit slower pace, a little bit more outdoor activities, but still, being within maybe an hour, 45-minute drive of, an airport, all sorts of shopping and restaurants and things like that. But we're finding that we could definitely make it work, I think, living in a small town, but then having, shopping or an airport or things nearby. We're totally fine with that.
Yeah.
But what we're finding too is everybody else is kind of having the same idea, and especially with the real estate market now after COVID, it's just been crazy. So I think we've kind of gotten some ideas. Again, Whitefish, we really like that whole Whitefish Valley or Flathead Lake area is really beautiful. Same thing, you've got rivers and lakes and skiing and everything there. And it's not like we have to, Whitefish itself is kind of expensive, but, we could be a little bit outside of town. There's places like Columbia Falls, Kalispell, what do they call it? The Swan Lake area, all those little areas right in there seem really nice. And then you've got Glacier literally, right in your backyard too, which was really, that would be a huge bonus for us. And they've got an airport in Kalispell, so that's really nice. What were some of the other places? We really didn't spend a lot of time. Bozeman has been blowing up for years, and so we stopped in Bozeman, didn't spend a lot of time because we knew it's so expensive and it's been blowing up for so long. We didn't spend a lot of time in Billings either, but who knew now Billings is the #1 emerging market, according to, Wall Street Journal and Realtor.com. But I don't know, if we had to choose right now, I like both of them, but I think from a practical standpoint, based on, if we just looked at, what it costs right now, it just seems like Montana's a little bit more reasonably priced. Montana is probably where Idaho was 5 years ago. That's what I feel like right now. So.
I think too, if I was completely honest, I think there's some bias involved for myself, because the closer we get back to family and friends of North Dakota, the more excited I get. So maybe that's why I'm a little bit more prone to Montana, because it's right on the border of North Dakota too. Yeah,
but in either way, we would say summer 2021 is the worst time to buy a house. If you bought a house, I'm sorry, but prices are at all-time highs. We said that we sold our rental properties, and great time to sell, but then buying right now is probably not the best thing. So we've kind of just said we're going to stay on our journey. We've hinted before we're going to be traveling internationally over the next 2 years. We've got some areas that we really like, and we're just going to kind of wait and watch. And if we find that piece of property that we really fall in love with, and then we were close a couple times. We were so close.
I know.
You don't know how close we were. And then we were like, wait a second, So I think, Montana's been amazing. Idaho's, all these places we've gone have really been amazing. But right now, I think we've got some places in Montana that are probably at the top of the list, just for, personal reasons, practical reasons, family and friends reasons, all of those things.
Right.
But we hope you enjoyed this, guys. This is, we loved, every place we've gone, we met really great people, amazing local restaurants, amazing local people, and it's really awesome, really great. So, as always, guys, we appreciate your support. Until next time,
stay crazy.